Today we are starting What's in Your Head. It's like a mind-blown project of your head exploding and what's cool in your head. So like there's a lot of instructions. So here's kind of an example. This is hand-drawn, and you can hand draw it. I'm okay with that. Obviously it's a photo and hand-drawn. Or you can do, and here's another hand-drawn. This is a little elementary, but that's okay. I'm going to show you that we're going to do these digitally. Now, we're going to do a lot of digital art in here. I love digital art. I used to work in advertising. I'm a web designer. Like, I'm a photographer. Like, I love digital art. Now, I want you to try. So here's those apps that I was talking about. Look at, they're big. So there's a whole bunch of those. But I want to show you how to use them a little bit, okay? We want to combine multiple apps. So you can't just, there's not one app that does everything. It's not there. What you can do is you can do one thing in one app and then export it out to your camera roll and bring that into a different app and finish it up. So there's lots of things to do here. So I'm going to show, make sure you can pay attention here. I am going to go to Photoshop Mix. Okay, so I got Photoshop Mix. This is a really good one. It's Adobe. And I have crazy stuff in here, but that's a different story. So now I'm going to start a new Photoshop file, and there's a little plus sign, not a big deal. You hit that, and I'm going to say image. And what you should do is you're going to start this project with a picture of you from like a really low angle, maybe like with your head exploding. Obviously, you're not going to do that. We're going to make that happen in Photoshop. So here we go. Check this out. I'm going to say image, and I apologize for all the garbage in my camera roll, but there is a lot of it. Okay, so here we go. Oh, look at this. Hey, it's kind of like what, but with a different shirt. Okay, so I got this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to erase the background, okay? So it really helps to take it on a blank wall. I just took it right here so I could show you. Now, I'm going to use, down at the bottom, there is a cutout tool. It's got little scissors, huh? Makes sense. So I'm going to hit cutout, and I am on the left-hand side, there is a subtract button or an add button. So I'm going to subtract. I have it on the smart tool on the bottom, and I am going to subtract the background. And I'm going to try to do this quickly. It goes pretty fast. I'm going to try not to erase, the side of my face or my arm, but I can always add it back if I mess up. Now, when it gets detailed, like here, I can zoom way in and get these little things that I keep missing. So like the wave right here in the back, I can get rid of those because I can go in really close. And so when you zoom in, that really helps to cut it out easier. Now I'm going to hit the check mark. If you hit X, it's not going to save anything. But if you hit the check mark, it saves it. Now that checkerboard in the background is actually, that's the transparent, okay? So make sure you're paying attention, not on your phone. That creeps me out a little bit. So I'm going to go put myself down here and make myself a little bit smaller. And all I'm doing is pinching to make it a little bit smaller so I can explode my head of all the cool things that I like, okay? So what I could do for this is I could hit the squareo, that's the little square share button, and I could save this to my camera roll, okay? That way, if I wanted to, I could bring it out and bring it into photos and do markup with the little, with the crayon or the pencil you have. You could also bring it into one of the other apps I was talking about was Adobe Draw or Adobe Sketch, and you can draw your mind exploding. The other option you have is you could draw your mind exploding just like those examples in Schoology. You could draw those and then bring that image into Photoshop Mix. So I have this set up, and what you could do is on the right-hand side, there's a plus sign, and I could add an image. I could add the image of my drawing, or I can digitally do this. So I'm going to obviously I'm not going to resize. I'm going to put some paint splatters here in the background because, well, obviously I like a lot of art. Oh no, where did I go? I disappeared. Uh-oh, it's layers. So if I grab the layer and put it under me, there I go. Now I'm in front again, okay? So what I could do here is I'm going to use paint splatters because obviously I like art, but I'm going to add a whole bunch of images of things I like. Like, I really like Baby Yoda. That's it, or the child, depending on what you're going. And obviously, I would cut that one out too. So it's right it's got a square of white around it. That's not okay. That doesn't look like a piece of art. So I'm going to do is I'm going to do cut out, and I'm going to hit the subtract button, and I'm going to subtract the background here. Oh no! I'm going to hit the undo button. I'm going to zoom in so I can actually erase the background here behind Baby Yoda. Okay, I'm going to hit the check mark to save it. And I might want to get rid of that white and stuff, but there's another thing you can do to make it like fit in a little bit better. So I can go like this and put Baby Yoda here. And I am going to use the blend tool. So down on the bottom, there's a blend tool. And then I can do occupancy, which is like transparency. So look at, I'm going to make him transparent. I put him over the green and I can make him like transparent. Okay. And I can check that off. I went to Purdue for my undergraduate. That's also where I met Mrs. Corriveau. And I could put this in there. Obviously, I'd want to cut it off, and I'd put it over the gold. I do cut out again, subtract the background. I probably don't need the TM, the trademark. Okay, so go like this. It's a little hard to see because it's actually like transparency. I can hit check. So I'm missing some. That doesn't look right. That's pixelated barf. We don't want that. So I go back to cut out and subtract, zoom in and subtract around the edge where I missed. Okay, I'm still missing a little bit, but you get the idea. I'm just showing you very quickly. I'm gonna go to blend and opacity and make this kind of like transparent in the background. I'm also like a really, really big car guy, so I put some cars in there because I don't have blue in there. I'll have to change it. So I got some blue in there, and obviously
you had a red car. You could use that one.
What's up?
You had a red car in your camera roll. You could use that one.
I could totally use that one, but that's like one of my favorite cars, so I probably want to include that one too. So I'll probably put them both in there. That's how much I like cars so much. And photography, I'm really big into photography. So this is what you're going to be like making. And I can show you like final result, if you will. I'll go to photos, and I do apologize. There's a lot of ridiculous garbage in my camera roll, but there's also like these guys, look at them. Yeah, there's my boys. Let's see, check this out. Here we go. Okay, so here is me and my mind explosion. I'm really into space and astronomy. I've written my name. I have photography in there. I even have hand-drawn little things about what's coming out of my mind. So the idea is I want some sort of hand-drawn in there somehow. It could be hand-drawn and taken a picture of, that's fine. It could be hand-drawn digitally, totally okay. But the idea is I want you to incorporate a whole bunch of things that you like. This is like a get to know you project.